Another word that comes up in the discussion of mindfulness is attention or focus.
Yes.
Can you discuss these terms in relation to awareness?
Yeah. Awareness, as I said, is something that we have. Access to it comes through paying attention. Usually our attention is very selective. You know, we're not like zoning along on autopilot, not really paying much attention to anything. And then something happens, a loud noise or, you know, a rough surface or somebody calls your name or whatever, and your attention moves in that kind of direction. Your focus moves in that direction. And then, so awareness arises of particular objects arises through paying attention to those objects. And sometimes that attention is elicited by a novel event or, you know, your name being called or, you know, something comes up that you have to deal with, so you pay attention to it. And in paying attention to it moment by moment by moment, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally, then you're cultivating that awareness. So attention and awareness are like the, you know, I don't know what to call it, but the sort of the arm and the elbow, you know, they work together. So we need the elbow in order to position the arm. We need the focus of attention to direct it. Sometimes the attention can be very one-pointed. For instance, you could just pay attention to the sensations of your breathing, say right here at the nostrils or down here in your belly, and just pay attention to that over and over and over again. Turns out that's very hard. And when you try to do it, the first thing you notice is the mind has a life of its own, and it's just not going to do it, even if it's the mind that told you to do it in the first place. So then you'll see that you start to feel the breath in the belly, and then the mind goes off and it starts thinking about dinner, or it starts thinking about something last year or something in the future. And it loves to spend time in the future, thinking, worrying, planning, and it loves to spend time in the past, you know, sort of remembering what went on and telling ourselves stories about the past. In the present moment, which is the only moment we ever really have to make decisions, to express our emotions, love, or to even understand anything, that gets so squeezed that a lot of the time you could say, as we do in English, we're out of our minds, or we've taken leave of our senses. We're like, so the cultivation of mindfulness and the discipline of doing that keeps bringing us back into the mind, back into the heart, back into the body in ways that stimulate creativity, imagination, and deep connection. Mindfulness, once again, mindfulness is awareness, but I sometimes say it's not relaxation spelled differently. Sometimes it's not appropriate to be relaxed. So mindfulness is a way to be so relaxed. I sometimes say this to our patients. We're going to teach you how to be so relaxed it's okay to be tense. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be in pain, because what we're doing is we're cultivating a wise relationship to the pain, to the anger, to the sadness or whatever, and that wise relationship itself isn't suffering. So also mindfulness is not relaxation spelled differently. So it's not about sort of getting into some special state. It's not a state at all. It's a way of being, and a way of being in relationship. It can have many different manifestations, but I think the most important thing is that people understand that it is a discipline, and it's an arduous discipline, and that at depth its value is so deep that it's important to cultivate it as if your life depended on it, and practice, 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 practice. There's no substitute for that. It's not a concept. People continue to think, I heard about this concept of mindfulness. Would you say more about the concept of mindfulness? I go, it's not a concept. It's a way of being. And it's profound. As I was suggesting, probably one of the most profound discoveries of all of human history. And we need to grow into it more, and we need to investigate it more from the inside and from the outside. From the outside, it's like the science of mindfulness. From the inside, it's the practice of mindfulness. Ultimately, no one can practice it for you, so you've got to practice, practice, practice. Then you become your own teacher in a way, and then also everything becomes your teacher because you're in relationship with the inner and the outer, with your own mind, with your own thoughts and emotions, but also with your children, with your parents, with your, partners, with your people at work. And everybody, everything, every circumstance becomes your teacher.